I'm Holden Douglas here at Crypto.com Arena, where the Kings shut out the Capitals 3-0. All the talk was about how great of a team the Capitals were, that they're a Stanley Cup contender, but they were not ready for the uphill battle they would face in Los Angeles. Darcy Kuemper had a spectacular performance, saving all 21 shots on goal. To complement that, Kevin Fiala had a dominant third period. He had a goal and assist to put away the Capitals. We got to hear what both players had to say about their dominant game.
Was it?
Thank you. Great to see you.
Mikey had it out?
We both got it last game, so
Yeah.
Sammy gave it out.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah. Kind of got funky last game.
Yeah. We just chatted, so.
Darcy, how do you explain the success on the penalty kill over the last two games?
I think we had a little bit of a tough stretch on that one road trip where we didn't feel like we were ourselves out there, so we kind of had some meetings and regrouped and got back to what makes us our best out there. And, obviously we've been getting huge kills and we're feeling really confident on it.
Another win for this group on home ice, another win for this group over a top team. I mean, when you guys are playing your game, do you feel like you can beat any team in this league?
Yeah, we've been doing a great job of embracing the challenges of playing these top teams all year. We get up for them, and I think they bring out our best hockey. And we feel, especially on home ice here, that it doesn't matter who we're playing. If we play our game, we're going to come out in front.
Best team in the league, and not only beat them, you shut them out. That doesn't happen too often. What was the key to that tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't give them a whole lot all night. We knew how dangerous they were, and we just, try to play defense first, and then take advantage of the offense when it comes. And I thought we just had everyone committed to that kind of game plan, and it worked to a T tonight.
You guys, you're past the trade deadline. This is the team. There's no more obstacles in the way. You feel like you're just focused on the playoffs and heading straight toward that?
Yeah, I mean, I know it's cliche, but right now just the schedule's so busy, you kind of have to take it one game at a time. Obviously we have our eye on trying to get home ice for playoffs. I think every team in the race wants that, and we just know how important every point's going to be down the stretch here. So we just want to make sure we're coming to play every night and try to get as many wins as we can.
With the Ovechkin chase, for the record, as an opponent when you're playing him, is that something, any consideration?
I'm sure when he gets down to just a couple to go, it'll be a little bit more on people's minds. I think you never know, but we were confident he wouldn't get all 9 tonight, so we didn't have to worry about it too much.
Does it have goalies? You kind of have to block out outside noise. You're just worried about the next save. But does the context of this game, getting a shutout, the trade, all that, kind of make it a little extra special for you?
It wasn't really about playing the whole team tonight. It was about playing, one of the best teams in the league, and we wanted to be at our best, and I thought we were, and those are the kind of wins that make the group feeling good.
Well, you've been at your best of late. What's it feel like to be a hot goaltender?
Yeah, I mean, it's fun when things are going well, and obviously I'm very fortunate in how the team's been playing in front of me and making my job as easy as possible. So it just takes 20 guys all night, and that's kind of been our MO all year, and we just want to be there for each other.
This is the kind of team that you will face in the playoffs if you make a long run. Does this give you confidence that you can play with the? I mean, it was a playoff atmosphere tonight, felt like.
Yeah, I mean, we feel good playing against the top teams. We enjoy the challenge of it, and like I said, it brings out the best in us. So, come playoff time, we're going to have to play the best teams, and just try to enjoy it and have fun out there.
Was it a trip? Did you trip him?
I would say it was incidental contact, but he definitely did trip over my stick, but that wasn't my intention at all.
So you do get pretty feisty down there, low key. I mean, do you take pride in kind of clearing the area? I mean, obviously you do that, but you just seem to chip in yourself.
I mean, sometimes it helps getting into the game a little bit, so just try to stay involved, and I don't want my D-men to feel like they have to do all the work.
We were outside for a little longer than normal tonight. Were you guys celebrating in here? Was there something going on in the locker room a little different from just a regular?
No, we were just waiting for Jimmy to come in.
Okay.
I think they had a lot of talk in there, maybe. I don't know. I can't tell.
Nothing with you guys, though, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
For us, it was just a normal win. A great win, obviously. Great team win.
Kevin, another big win at home, another win over one of the league's best teams. When you guys are playing, LA Kings hockey, do you just feel confident that you can do that against any team in the league?
Yeah, I think so. Today was exactly what we wanted to do. I mean, we were fast, didn't give them much, just patient game. We waited for their mistakes and we scored twice in a row. And it was quick, and then the game was over. So very proud of the group, just sticking with it. Sometimes it's not fun, but it's the way it goes. It's playoff hockey, so we have to stick to the process, which we did tonight, and now we can look forward.
Cap, are you making Q better right now, or is he making you better?
I think both make each other better. That's obviously the goal. Everybody makes each other better, and obviously laugh as well. Without him, we wouldn't do this. He's forechecking good. He's doing so many little stuff good, the dirty stuff, going to the net, get the pucks, retrieve the pucks. Back checking, all this stuff. And right now it's working again tonight, especially. We were fast, we're shooting. I think when we are shooting pucks, even in bad angles, we're getting the pucks back. And then we create some more stuff of that. I think that's the key for us, and speed, obviously.
How about those throughout his development? What do you make of what you've seen in his growth over the last couple of years?
You can tell he's grown man now. He's huge. Uses his body. He's fast. He can shoot the puck. He can pass. He can see the ice. And obviously I try to get my creativity to him. Talk to him a lot on the bench and stuff, and he is listening, and so it's great. It's a give and take.
How about those 2 straight goals? The passes were perfect, and the finishes couldn't be any better.
Yeah, both goals. Kobe, great pass to me, and so great finishes. So great job by Gavi on the second one. That's maybe you guys didn't see it, but that was. There it started, he had to play there, he jumped up, and the puck came right to us, and 2-on-1, and so it went quick, but it's all like it started by him.
In the last 2 exit meetings, you mentioned how important it is to have a set line, a line you can kind of call your own home. Does it feel like this line with Q and Lap right now, especially with Q, is going to be that home for you?
Yeah, of course. I think, can never say this is going to stick forever, but obviously we've been hot since we got back together. The most important thing is just to stick with it. Don't to be over creative, overpassing and things like that. If there's a pass to be made, there's a pass. But we have to have all 3. I think a shooting mindset. Like I said before, if we do that, like tonight, I had like 6-7 shots. Some shots were not even good shots, but we got the puck right back, and then things break up, and there we go. There we can make passes and make plays. So I think we did a great job today, and we move on.
What does this win do for you guys from a confidence standpoint? I know you think you're one of the best teams in the league, but you proved it tonight. You had a dominant win over the best team in the league.
Yeah, in this locker room we always believed we are. Doesn't matter the standings, doesn't matter who we beat or not. But obviously tonight we showed we are one of them. We beat the best team in the league, and I don't think they had anything, And obviously they're a good team, like I said. So Darcy had to make some nice saves, and he has been unbelievable for us for the whole season. Ritter too. So, we just have to, believe it's here, obviously, and I'm very happy that you guys see it too. So, but move on the next one.
Any guys in the room say what you did on your goal was basically what Ovechkin does, and a lot of people were here to see him tonight. You look just like him left-handed.
Oh, thank you. that's no, I can't take that. It's only one Ovechkin, and his shot is 100 times faster and harder than mine.
How were the Kings able to make Ovechkin a non-factor tonight?
Well, I can't tell a non-factor. That's hard to say. He's always a factor. Obviously, he wasn't on the scoreboard today. We know it's been the best scorer in the league for a long time, so we have to be on him. Every shot is dangerous, no matter where it's from. If it's from a good angle or bad angle. So I think our guys did a great job on staying with him all the time, 5-on-5 and on the PK. So that's a great thing we did, you know. So that's why I think he didn't have much.
Looking at it from year to year, I mean, you guys struggled last year against the top teams. This year, long list of signature wins now. This game 2 against Winnipeg, 2 against Dallas. And what has kind of flipped for you guys against the higher level competition this season?
I don't even want to go into that, to be honest. Like, I can't remember last year. I think this year is just different. We take every game the same. Doesn't matter who we play, if it's a top team or not, and we're not scared from anybody. We're strong home this year, way better than this year than last year. We feel comfortable. The fans has been amazing, and that's a factor for sure. And yeah, like I said, we can beat anybody, and we're showing it, especially this year.
Kevin, Jim said that you guys had a few one-on-one conversations in the first half of the season, and since then you've really taken your game to the next level. Obviously, your confidence is really high. Does this feel like the best kind of understanding you and a coach have had, the most confidence you've had from a coaching staff, and how impactful has that been for you?
Yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes you have to get to know each other a little bit, you know, get to understand each other, and I think, you know, it took a while, it took some time, you know, obviously, but now we're in a stage where we understand each other, we know each other, we believe in each other, and so it's been, you know, especially the second half, you know, it's been a lot of belief in me. Like you said, there's a lot of confidence in me right now, and so I just try to keep it going, you know, don't really overthink things, just stay in the moment, take step by step, and just get better and better.
A lot about shooting the puck as much as possible when you have that opportunity, right?
Yeah, I think so. Like I said before, just shoot the puck as much as possible, you know, sometimes even bad angles, you can go in, whatever, get the pucks back, and just roll.
Nice job.
All right, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Here's what Coach Hiller had to say about defeating the best team in the league.
You're a numbers guy. Yeah, that was 60, I thought. Yeah, I thought that was complete. As complete as it's been all year.
Jim, what's it about Kevin and Q together? You know, is one making the other guy better, or is it just them feeding off of each other?
No, I think they complement each other. I know that they each scored and Laugh didn't score tonight, but I would include Laugh in that as well. So I think sometimes he gets lost in the mix. He does a lot of good work. So yeah, I would just have to include Laugh. So I would say the line looks really good. And if you recall in the summer as we came into training camp, you know, we had Fogue started with them, but we had Q and Kevin together, and they got off at a terrific training camp in preseason, and then first 5 or 6 games of the regular season just wasn't working, so we took them apart. But that was the plan in the summer when we talked about it. We really saw those two as two guys that were going to be a pair, and then we'd try to find a winger for them.
Has Q become the Fiala whisperer?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Kevin. No, I mean, they're really comfortable together. I think Q has a good temperament, and I don't all the time. So maybe that has helped him.
Hey, Jim, you beat the best team, you shut them out. Alex didn't score. It's a pretty good night for your club. Can you tell us the formula, how you feel about what happened?
No, it was a really good game. Like we said, full 60 minutes. I thought where we did a really good job was back checking, I guess. And there's a number of different ways that you can describe it, but tracking back, having numbers. We didn't really give them much off the rush coming through the neutral zone. Made them dump it, try to forecheck us. It was just, if we had a game plan, we played it as well, adhered to it as well for 60 minutes, each player, as we could do.
I just mean for your team and for the league, because you're close to the playoffs now, and I don't know what you think about that. You're very close to the playoffs. Signature win over a team that you dominated. The league pays attention to this, and you guys know that it's in there. You know, it may not come out every game, but it's there.
We've beat some of the top teams in the league this year at home and on the road. You know, went into Vegas, went into Winnipeg earlier this year. So we have, you know, those are the teams that are at the top of the standings. So we I hate to say it the wrong way, but we expect to beat them. You know, we know we're not going to beat them every time, the best teams like that, the top of the league, but we expect that we can beat them, that we play with them, and if we play like that, more often than not, we will.
Is it the kind of thing, if you're talking to the guys, one of our colleagues came up with a great stat tonight, 10-0 at home against the top 3 teams in all the divisions.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you say that kind of a thing if you know it to the guys that say, hey, because this shows we've got it?
Yeah, no, I think we've got a large enough sample of games where we have done that. We know we have it. When we play like that, we have it. We are a hard team to play against and a hard team to beat. The challenge is, over an 82-game schedule, to come with that kind of focus and effort. And we started well against the Islanders, and we had a terrible second period. Terrible. Same team. And I thought tonight, it was tight. The second period, we had to be better. I thought we were really tight. Maybe one of our better second periods of the year.
This success against top teams is something of an about face from last year. Last year, you beat the team you're supposed to, struggle against playoff teams. This year, it's been sort of the opposite. I mean, is it just the belief strengthening with each big win, or was there something that maybe flipped there from year to year?
No, I mean, I don't know. Every year it's a new team. It just is. And was it last year we were really strong on the road, and we struggled at home a little bit, right? Now this year we're struggling a little bit on the road. So it's hard to make sense of it sometimes. But I do believe that our players, now this far into the season, know that if we are all together and we all do the same thing and play the game the way we believe that our team has to play it to have success, then we can beat anybody.
Jim, go back to Kevin real quick. I know a few months ago you mentioned you and him had a lot of one-on-one conversations about his game, and since then it seems like he's really elevated to another level. Is this the best understanding you've had with him, and maybe the most confidence this coaching staff's had with him since he's been here?
Yeah, I think that's really a fair statement. Yeah, I think, again, it goes up and down still, like it always does, just like my mood and your mood and everybody's mood go up and down, and so it's never going to be just perfect. But yeah, I think Kevin has come a long way in his game. I think his overall game is better than I think I've seen it since my time here. And of course, you want him to score too. That's what he gets. He makes a pretty good paycheck to add some goals. But it's not just that. It's just how he's playing the game. Tonight was just a really great example of it. Tonight for me was one of the best games that he's played since I've been here.
So Jim, looking forward to Saturday then, what's the magic to keep that consistency and not avoid the trap, the letdown after the big win?
Yeah, I don't know. Tell me. Please. No, I mean, it's we were ready tonight. I think we could see that. And not that we weren't ready for the Islanders, because I thought we had a good period, but it's sustaining it sometimes, just losing your focus and maybe relaxing a little bit, think, oh, okay, this might be a little bit easier. The league is too good. As soon as you do that, you get off it, and you're a step behind, and the other team starts giving it to you, like the Islanders did. So, hopefully that we'll reference that Islanders game as we get ready to play on Saturday. But for now, we'll just appreciate. I really appreciate the effort from the players tonight. That was a really solid game.
Now, what does it mean? Now that you're past the trade deadline, Dowdy's back, this is your team. Do you start looking ahead to the playoffs, or it's only 18 games? Was that too far away?
Too far away.
Okay.
Yeah, too far away.
There's 18 games left, and you guys play great at home. You can't say it's not important to finish second or to get up.
We'd like to. Yeah, we'd like to. But I don't think that has to be a focus, because I think the focus should be on what we just did tonight, coming out and playing it. And if we can do that consistently enough over the next 18 games, then we should give ourselves a pretty good chance. You know what I'm saying? Like. We would certainly like to have home ice, but if we say that we have to do this because this, no, we just have to come out and be focused and play as a team like we did.
Jim, we just came out of the Caps room, and a couple of the guys said the exact same thing and with passion. This is one tough team to play against, high-pressure team, and once you get the lead, it makes it even worse.
Yeah.
So how do you respond to that when a team like that is saying, wow, these guys are really tough to face?
Well, that means we're playing our game and we're playing well. And we've talked to our team about that. We've heard that from numerous teams this year. Smothering and really not fun to play against and difficult to play against. And that's really, for me, that's a really a show of respect when the other team says that about you. Because it's hard to do that. For 60 minutes, it's hard to do that. You really have to be committed in some areas of the game that aren't as enjoyable, aren't as fun, aren't as creative as some of the other areas of the game are. So I take that as a real compliment for the players, that they're committed to doing that, and that means you got a chance.
How were the Kings able to make Ovechkin a non-factor tonight?
Well, it was everybody. Whoever happened to be on the ice against him, And that's the whole point of the night is at any point, everybody on the ice they were in sync. They were playing, they were working, they didn't give them much time and space. And then, of course, our penalty kill did a really good job when we were shorthanded. That's where Ovi's most dangerous, and we did a really good job taking him away.
Coming back to Kev and talking to some of his former coach, I got the sense that he's a complex player and a complex person. What have you gotten to know about him in this process as he's got this footing this year?
Yeah, well, him and I are probably the same at different times. He can be very emotional and. Yeah, he can be very emotional and reactive in the moment sometimes, and you've seen that probably by some of his penalties. It's hard for him to control his emotions at different times, but he's got such a special talent that that's what he's worked on, just channeling and staying focused and keeping his energy on what's in front of him so he can actually go out and use his great skills rather than kind of getting off track in the moment and letting things bother him and get in the way of him just playing free and using his ability.
Jim, we haven't seen that side of you. We haven't seen you, with the emotions. It's been you're really even keeled, at least to us. So when are you?
You're not one of the players.
So you're punching walls when you're in there?
What's that? No, I try not to do that. Try not to do that. No, not where anybody can see me at least.
Jim, we've talked about in the past the kind of objective it looked like over the last summer to make this team bigger, more physical, maybe more adapt for the playoffs. And this felt like a game where it was that kind of atmosphere. Washington really tried to drag you into the physical side of the game. How satisfying it was to see this team step up and really match that in a situation where maybe they struggled in the past?
Yeah, I think we talked about before the game. They're a big, strong, physical team, probably biggest and strongest in the league, I think. I don't know if you did pound by pound and heights and all that kind of stuff. And that's where I thought, Hellenius, Turk got banged around tonight, but Turk, he didn't slow down one bit. He was right in the last shift. He was doing some banging himself. So I thought those three with Hellenius and Janot, that's a different feeling than we've had around here for a long, long time. And it's impactful, and it wears people down. And as the game wears on, you're looking, are they coming? No, it's not. It's Fogle this time, or it's Byfield this time, or it's Laferriere. It's somebody else, but somebody's coming. And I think they really set the tone that way.
Speaking of Fogues, a big goal to get you guys started and a big season there. We knew about him from Carolina, Edmonton, but it seems like he's really rounded out, fleshed out his game. He's talked about the trust from your staff. Can you just talk about kind of his evolution of a player over these 65 games or so?
Well, he's been pretty consistent right from the get-go. But I will say this: he has added to his game. He's added to his game in some areas that are probably less obvious, but where he had the ability to add, but maybe for whatever reasons didn't put enough emphasis on it. And we've asked him to do that, and he's responded. It really is. It's kind of amazed me, to be honest with you. I said, why didn't I mention this like 40 games ago? Because he's done exactly what we've asked, and he's really upped his level in some areas. So.
Do you think about defense, PK, or
yeah, just some skating, just some back checking, just being first back, catching people through the neutral zone, and just adding another level of work.
One more thing on Fiala. We just talked about how when he's shooting the puck, I mean, that's his game, right?
Yeah.
Shoot it, baby, whatever it takes. So did it cross your mind at all that he was a left-handed Ovechkin on his goal? He was all alone at the dot. Yeah. Perfect pass to him on his knees. Boom.
That was a great pass. Yeah. He's played that spot before.
Right.
Where was it? We just had a clip of him scoring on a one-timer. I don't know, it's escaping me, but he scored a similar type goal, was up and over rather than through the seam. And so I know normally that's Kempe's spot, but he's got a good one-timer from that spot too. So, and Kempe had a couple from that spot also that the goalie made real good saves on.
Jim, obviously it's satisfying anytime a goalie gets a shutout, but for Darcy, with the context of this game, a team that he kind of struggled with last season, had the trade, is it just a little extra satisfying for him to get that payoff?
I think so. I mean, I think if you go back to the game in Washington, Doobie was pretty excited, and his teammates were really happy for him in that game. And they beat us, and I think there's some extra pride there when you're playing your own team, and you just really want to do well. So happy for Darcy that he came out on top this time.
What did you think of the fans booing Dubois?
I mean, that's their prerogative, Like, I like Doobie. I think all the guys like Doobie. Really good person, good teammate. We have no issues with him whatsoever. Playing really well. So.
Thanks, Jim.
The Kings' momentum is at an all-time high. However, the Kings cannot take this for granted. The Kings are facing a struggling Nashville team, but the Kings need to come out and play like how they did against the Capitals. If they do that, then Los Angeles can keep continuing their momentum. Reporting from Crypto.com Arena, I'm Holden Douglas with Infanity TV.